what we're gonna do here. I got one. Um. Oh. Oh. Hey. Shoot. My bad, y'all. Hey, Mike. Where you go? You was already on camera. Oh. Oh well. What's going on, people? Monday
Mama
night.
used to say.
Monday night originators with your boy Six Man K Styles and the Senator Palpatine Mad Mike Sports. As you already know, it is Championship Football Monday. As we already see that the Michigan Wolverines is up 7-0.
Oh yeah.
But y'all ain't here to hear us talk about that always. But we're gonna talk a little bit Atlanta Falcon news today. As
Oh yeah.
we've seen a whole lot of chaos going on here pertaining to not only just the organization wise, but also in the psyche of what we call the Atlanta Falcon fan base. Don't mind me drinking tea over here. Like I said, this is tea, y'all. This ain't anything else. But as we already know, man, we got those three special words for the people, as you already know. Mike, what you got for them? It is the
Real bro.
do. I wish I could make this shit. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. So as you already know, let's go ahead and hit the music up. Cooler talk. DJ, there you go. So we chill. So, and today's roll call, we're gonna kick this off right. Don't expect a lot of people to come in today because I know everybody's gonna be concentrated on this football game, which is cool and all that. Kind of to take the mind off a lot of people and all this shit. So we're gonna kick it off with Tier Sports and Gaming, King Treyway, Joseph Thornton, Big Ant, John St. Clair. We got the therapist ATL in the building. Got my people Sonia. Appreciate you coming in, mama. We got Southside, Fred Butts, Dre Murphy. We got Miss Kai in the building. Jerry Bowie. Auntie Pam is in the building. I see she made it back safe and sound. Everybody that just came from the game Sunday, you came back safe and sound. I'm happy to see that. But we already know what ended up happening. We got Austin McGinty. We're gonna wait for a couple more people in here so y'all can hear the hey, we got Dreddy in the building. Let's see if we can get a couple more people in here. Rome Adumzi. That man look like all right. We got really 1090. All right. So I think we got a good little mix here tonight. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all go and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Mad Mike Sports. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So DJ, cut it.
Good.
There you go. Appreciate it. Now, it's been a very interesting 24 hours. Well, actually, it hasn't been a full 24. Yeah, it's been an interesting 24 hours, man. Mike, how are you feeling this evening, man? How you doing this evening?
I'm actually being fake.
Mm-hmm.
I feel fake.
Why you feel fake?
Because I'm trying my best not to cuss these stupid motherfuckers out.
Come on.
I'm really trying to be nice. I don't want to be nice, but I'm trying to be nice.
I understand, man. I mean, but at the end of the day, we can't let them shake the foundation. Y'all, you hear what I'm saying? Reason why Mike is saying that because today was a very interesting day today. You know why it was very interesting?
Why is that?
The Atlanta Falcons, Rich McKay, Arthur Blank had a press conference today.
Really?
Hmm. Yes, pretty much addressing everything. Well, some of the questions, but kind of peeked around in the chat during the press conference here a little bit, man. And everybody that's watching here, this is how I know that all this stuff is interesting. There was a fuck Mad Mike portion in the chat during the Atlanta Falcons press conference. But Mike wasn't in there. Hmm. John said, I have a feeling Mike gonna be throwing money in the curse jar.
No.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. But I want to get your takes on how you felt about that press conference, man. What do you think the overall? First of all, how do you, like you said, we're gonna kind of dig into it. So, how do you feel about the decision to relieve Arthur Smith of his duties?
um, after having time to like really process everything as the people, the great people, um, Falcons Nation, I I have to be honest, and I it wasn't the right move. All right, it wasn't the right move to fire Arthur Smith, especially when you hear your owner say it, and you hear the CEO of football operation. It wasn't the right move. All right, because he did not get you know the opportunity to make it right. They admitted it. He didn't have enough time to build the team properly.
Hmm.
So I can't go against what they stated. They did not do the right thing, and giving him an opportunity to prove himself. And we got a lot of people that's probably saying to themselves now, it's like, uh, it's it's unfortunate, but being that wasn't the right thing to actually fire him, they set a precedent and they set a standard of, look, we want to win.
Hold on, Mike. You kind of breaking up there for a second.
Yeah, hold on one second. We got storms out here in this way, wind blowing and all types of stuff. So
Oh, look, I was about to say, damn. Don't tell me, Dave Ragone got a hit of you.
now we no we no no we got storms out this way.
Yeah, I heard.
We got storms around. The wind is blowing like crazy. Hopefully you can hear me
Hold
now.
on,
But
hold on. Could it be me?
everything it may be UK styles. Um,
Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. I
yeah,
will be right back. But boy, you sound like Robotron over here right now.
I guess it's K style. So well, all
I'll be
eyes
right back.
on me. All right,
I'll be
all eyes
right back.
on
I'll be
man.
right back.
So obviously, it wasn't the right thing to do. As far as Arthur getting the opportunity to build a team the proper way. Yes, he has been here for 3 years. It would have been going on 4, but I think the thing is with this team, as far as Arthur Smith, I mean Arthur Blank is concerned. Um, yeah, I guess I don't know what's going on, but y'all both sound clear. All right, so yeah, I think the thing is with Arthur, he's in win now mode. I think that's what I take out of all of this is that Arthur clearly wants to win now, and being that he came out and stated that one of the reasons, well, the main reasons is why, and it's something that we even stated during the season. I mean, we as the fans is we're losing teams we should be losing to, and Arthur wants to hold up a certain level of standard. Like we should beat the teams, especially when we have X amount of talent. We should be beating teams like Arizona. We should be beating teams like uh the Panthers. Like we shouldn't be losing to these types of teams, and we're losing to these teams. So we're playing down to the competition. And if you're looking to set a standard, and you're here to set a standard and create a culture, these are the things that must happen. You have to win, and you have to beat the teams that Minnesota is another one. We should beat these teams. The Falcons were clearly better than these teams, especially when they had the quarterback, um, Josh Dobbs, um, as Brian Peoples joins us. But like you have these teams you should beat, and at the end of the day, if you're not beating these teams, um, it's a problem. And I think at the end of the day, no, it wasn't right. When you look at what Arthur Smith had to deal with, he had to deal with NFL record, and I hate to say this, but he knew what he was getting into, and it was almost like he was doomed to fail, set up to fail. It was going to be difficult for him to come out of this. So, like I said, if you don't win, if you don't beat the teams that you should, it'd have been a different thing that we lost to teams that you know, that was equal, quote unquote, equal in value and equal in talent. Well, we lost the teams that we should have beaten. And I think that what really did it. And that was one factor. But I think the biggest factor is Maggie and the ACL, the therapist ATL, um, Jones. But
I'm
I
just here
think
so I won't be fired, just on here. Hi, people.
really,
Yeah, yeah,
really,
we don't want any pink slips. No pink slips.
really,
Yeah,
really,
it's
y'all.
it's it's Black Monday, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
heads
I
are
don't want to
rolling
be
right
traded.
about now.
I don't want to be traded. I love our Falcons and AFN. I love it.
What you talking about,
So
Mike?
I'm looking at everybody talking about pink slips. Are you trying to say something on them? You trying to kick me out of the AFL or something?
Um, that's on the negotiations. Me and
Oh my
the
God.
Big Don, we've been having a conversation, and apparently there has been some words that you've had no part of this recruitment process, and well,
But
you
but
know, Big Ant decided to, spill the beans a little bit, and he told me that, yeah, it's time for you to, pack your shit up and go. Sorry,
but,
Mike.
but
Just
Maggie,
sorry about that.
Maggie.
Mhm.
I mean, Mike has been a very good coach. He's
Uh
been a
huh.
good coach for us. I mean,
Okay.
he's taken us to Bennigan's, and I got me some
Mm-hmm.
fried green tomatoes. He
Mm-hmm.
helped me walk my kids down the street to the corner to get on the
Or
bus.
did he? Oh, did
Yeah.
he? But
Yes, he even came over and hugged my geranium when it was sick. He's a
oh,
good man.
that's all wonderful and everything. Because I'm all family oriented and everything. So I appreciate hearing that, but
Whoa, family
the
origin, and you can get
you know what? It's just the product that Matt Mike is producing. No, I'm just saying. It's just
the products. You sounded
yeah.
awful
I'm
Caucasian
not
with that word.
satisfied.
What the heck?
What you mentioned, Mike, was, but it's just for some reason you're not producing. So I'm really gonna have to let you go.
But but Maggie, I mean, Mike's yelling just soothes my soul. It calms me down when I'm mad. When he hollers, the little boy in me hollers, and I understand. And it just makes me feel good. You can't let him go. It makes me feel good.
But the fans want that, okay? Therapists, the fans want Matt Mike gone. All right. So we got to listen to the media finally, and we got to listen to our fans. And Pam over there just said what I just said. You know, she's laughing because she agrees with us. It's time to let Matt Mike go. All right. That's it. That's it. I'm done.
And
Pink slip is in hand.
and you gotta say
What's up,
something because
y'all?
you don't want to feel good.
I want you to make me feel good.
Right now, Mike has called everybody a cuss word he can't say online.
But no, seriously, Matt Mike. But for real, just I didn't catch all of that press conference, but from what I gathered, Terry was kind of a part of that because everybody like, you hired the head coach before you hired the GM, but there were some quotes there. You know, he actually had a little hand in that, and of course, everybody was like, "Where is he now? He's not in the press conference." It's like, look, we just packed Arthur Smith's stuff yesterday, people. We got to go, kiss the boo-boos and the babies and, kick them out real quick, get them their eviction notice. Then we can get back to business and bakes and y'all hear some stuff going on. But, well, we did watch it. So now I can't speak for all parts because I know Matt, Mike, and them was listening to it. I was at work. So fill me in, people. What was your opinion on it? And therapists. I know Matt might have some key points he's been talking about. I just took over your show.
I'm in shock. I just
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Arthur Blank and Rich McKay said exactly what they said in the beginning, especially when it came to Terry Fontenot. If y'all remember, once they got hired, they had the little interview where they interviewed Arthur Smith and they interviewed Terry Fontenot. Both of them said, "Hey, we are having a collaborative effort to change the culture and rebuild this team, get this team going. We have a 3-year plan." They reiterated that today. The only difference is Arthur Blank has made his mind up that he wants a Lombardi by any means necessary. And the one nail in the coffin, like Mike said, that got Arthur Smith out of here is he has been at the door of the playoffs and hasn't gone in. Now, mind you, Arthur Blank did admit, he said 3 years is premature. It's not enough time to actually cultivate a rebuild. But he's saying, based on where the team is right now, he doesn't have patience for a rebuild, which means that whoever comes in here, whomever,
Got to be ready to go.
you got 36 months to get it right.
And that posed a question then, Juan, because it was asked in the press, I'm trying to say presser. Are we going to stick to coaches that ain't never had a head coaching position before? Or are we going to go with some veterans that kind of know the game, don't put people in playoffs and Super Bowl wins? What do you do as far as your head coaching picking situation? Because if you want to win now, we don't got time to be trying to develop somebody again.
Right.
We don't have time to be, okay, well, he was a good offensive coordinator. Maybe he can be a head coach. Or do we go ahead and get a already established veteran that don't proved himself plenty of time, but maybe the team that he's with currently is not matching his style. So he's going to come over and it's like, you know what? I like the pedigree that's happening over here at the Falcons. Because honestly, there's a few moves that we need to make, but can we still work with what we have? It's really a lot of questions what they about to do next with that one.
Well, I know Rich McKay said there, he said he gave them the process, but he said there are different types of head coaches, different types, I guess, different types of people that can fit a head coaching position. But in my opinion, the smart thing is low cost, get players on, 1-2 year deals, but bring some experience in here, because you got to think about it like this. As long as we keep the core of this team together and we add pieces to include quarterback, we'll get over the hump. That's what they're talking about. Like, literally, you can go a whole 17 games and you only got 4 games left to the championship. Like, it's 3 years in a row. We should be able to get there. I get it. But yeah, he's not patient anymore. He's not patient.
But with that patience, though, real quick. So are they admitting that they were too premature or too quick at the draw or during these last 3 years?
Yeah. He said that. He said that. Yep, he did. He kind of he admitted without admitting it that he kind of like was in his feelings, because it's like, look, bruh,
we're trying to win, man. They're trying to win. At the end of the day, it's about winning for them. And I think that's the thing. You gotta factor in that he's 80, 81 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's not a lot of patience as far as that concerned. And that plays a major part. Like before, I'm not saying but his age plays a part in what he wants. And he ain't got time to sit up here and wait for that. And this city, for the most part, don't have time, because we've got to taste the championship. We got it with the Braves. We got it with the United. We got it with the Dogs. Like, we want the championship. We want a championship in Georgia from the Atlanta Falcons and the NFL. So it's like, it wasn't the right thing to do as far as Arthur Smith is concerned, but for this organization, for this fan base, it was the right thing to do. And I think that's where they are, right? That's where we are at this point.
But what he said too, that a lot of people, I don't know if y'all caught it, and Mike, and I'm pretty sure you did. He said, I am really not a patient man. He said, I'm working on it. That stuff I'm trying to, I try to sit back and try to, reflect on being patient. That man wasn't a patient man. That lets you know right then and there, that man was a juggernaut building Home Depot. And when he, took over as owner of the Falcons, he like, look, he's been a juggernaut, but he's been more patient because he had to understand and learn the process. Now that he's learned a good portion of the process, he like, nah, this team should be better than what it is on paper. We said 3 years. It's been 3 years, bro. I ain't seen nothing. You got to go. The next person got 36 months. As soon as they hire you on the clock.
So basically what you're saying is now he is willing to sell his soul for the fame.
Pretty much.
Where those magic beans at?
Does anybody know what I mean by selling their soul for the championship?
What you mean, K-Styles?
What you mean, K-Styles?
What is the one name that has a lot of people afraid as far as the names? Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh shit! My bad. Hold on. Let me check my head. I think I got a fever.
Yeah, there's dust in here.
See, the thing about it is when we start looking at these coaches like that, like it's like the future, the future of where this team's direction is going to be solely dependent on this coach. That's why nobody really has an idea, and that's why everybody's so up in arms. Because, like you said, you have a portion of people that may want Airbnb. You got a portion of people that want Ben Johnson. You got a portion of people that may look at other guys like Brian Flores.
Yes, K-Styles, you on something.
But then you also have to think about it. The main thing that everybody says is they want to win right now. And when you have a young team like this, and the way that their mannerism was in that press conference was, they're going to be looking for somebody experienced.
Oh, and K Styles, I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that because we had the absolute honor and pleasure to sit down with our mentor, Terrence Mathis. And you want to know what Terrence said? And he said it on Bird Talk too. He said, this young team needs championship pedigree veterans on it in order to mentor these young guys to show them how to win. Now, I put a tweet out today, and I put a short out, and I put Russell Wilson on one side and Bill Belichick on the other side. And I know some of y'all need Pepto-Bismol when I put that out there. But hear me out. If this team is 3 years knocking on the door of the playoffs, you have a multiple Super Bowl winning coach in Belichick that demands discipline on all aspects of the football team, that is not confused about identity, and that basically knows how to bargain shop.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
What's up, Mike?
Just give me a second.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let me address this shit.
Here we go.
Let me take this shit off. Hold on.
There it is.
He done took the blue headphones off, boy.
Because let me get this bullshit straight, okay? I'm sorry, but we gonna stop this bullshit. We gonna stop this. I'm stopping this shit right now. Why? The fuck are you talking about? He's a fucking loser. They have a worse record than us. His quarterback got benched. Their running game is the worst in the NFL. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? He's the worst in the NFL.
We were so
And you
calm and
talking about
collected.
hiring this guy to
Lord
be
have
our
mercy.
head coach? What the fuck are you talking about?
Do y'all know how expensive his blood pressure medicine is?
Hold on. Let me get my 5 seconds of fame, okay? Excuse me, everybody.
We gotta get his mad Mike
about
segment
him
in
being
there
a
somewhere.
black ass nigga. I don't give a fuck about him sitting up there drinking Corona. I don't give a fuck about him drinking Hennessy. I don't give no shits about none of that bullshit. We sit up here praising the guy who's a fucking loser. His team sucks. He sucks. He can't get a head coaching job. His name been in the hat for 12 years, and we sitting up here talking about hiring him as a Falcon. For what? He's a goddamn loser.
Think about it. If certain people complained about Bijan Robinson not touching the ball, that's the wrong guy you want to have here. If their running backs don't touch the ball like that.
Let me ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all something before I finish my point.
Yeah.
Y'all want to win
I've
now.
been talking about a damn loser. Y'all want a fucking loser, and then y'all just ran the motherfucker out. You call him a loser. He's not a.
Wait. Y'all want to win. Y'all want to win now with people. But y'all want to win now with people that ain't won nothing. See what y'all talking about? Belichick is washed. Okay, let me finish what I'm saying. You also got a quarterback that has won the Super Bowl, and y'all saying he washed. But you know what the funny thing is about that? If you get a championship coach with a championship quarterback, and you put him on a team that's got weapons and that's got defense and that's got offense, all they need is certain pieces.
Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. Eric Bieniemy, nobody like you. They don't want you. You're a loser. Loser. You're a loser.
Right. But
your quarterback got benched. You got your quarterback sacked over a hit and sacked over 100 times. And we talking about this dude need to be our head coach. Are you on crack?
But y'all talking about the coach that ain't got 6 Super Bowls or whatnot. He washed where?
So he remind y'all of Young Jeezy because he black and bald head. Like, is that the problem? Is that the reason why y'all want him?
Nah, but we know why they scared, because y'all want a first round draft quarterback that's got to learn the process. And y'all hoping and praying that he just come in here and just do miraculous things like if y'all were playing Madden. And it don't work like that. Do y'all understand how much we got right now in money? We got $36 million.
Big Ant. Let's put some balance to this thing here.
I'm sorry.
What do you feel like, Ant?
I'm really pissed off about this. I really am.
What do you feel about this, Ant, in this conversation for a little bit? Let's put your 2 cents in, buddy.
Hey, brain bill here. And look, I'm telling you, the script is writing for itself. We about to get Russell Wilson here, and Bill Belichick is coming here. I'm telling you, watch, because you don't come out and say that you want to win now, and then go out and hire a young coach, and then go and draft a young quarterback, eighth in the draft. Might I add, you don't do those type of things if you want to win now.
I don't care. I don't care who. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see that big bald head loser here. That's all I'm saying.
No milk does in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
No,
Mr. 4-12.
this man got his quarterback bench. He got the worst running game, and he got the worst offensive line. Let's say, let's bring him to Atlanta.
But it's funny because really, let's be real. Y'all want Eric Bieniemy. Why? Because he was on a championship team. Let's be real. Y'all want the aesthetics of it and not the production. Because if he was that dude, once he left out from the Kansas City Chiefs, Washington would be a monster right now, and it's not. Y'all want optics instead of production.
Look, I'm sorry.
Like I have to reiterate this, like Mike said. You have one of the worst rushing attacks in the game, and you've heard the headline that despite Bijan Robinson having 1,500 all-purpose yards and 8 touchdowns, they said he was underutilized here in Atlanta. You think you're gonna bring in a guy that's gonna really underutilize Bijan Robinson? I don't know. I say be careful what you ask for.
I mean, first of all, how do you bring a guy here that underutilizes his players on a team that broke 3,000+ yard rookies?
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, do the math.
But like you said, even when you're talking about the Washington side of the game, you can even go back to the Kansas City days. The running back, Kansas City they haven't had a 1,000 yard rusher in damn near 7 years.
Yeah.
17. Was it 17 or 16? 17.
I think it may have been 16. I think that was the last time they had a 1,000 yard rusher.
Right.
I remember
I want to know what position Eric Bieniemy played. Anybody want to take a wild guess what position?
Yeah,
running back.
So you're telling me a running back can't even utilize a running back the correct way?
Oh, I thought you meant water boy.
And that's who y'all want to be in Atlanta to utilize the guy that we got, who is oddly one of our most dynamic players. Like, he don't know how to utilize a running back, but we are going to bring him to coach our guy. Ain't that the same issue that we had with Desmond Ridder in the quarterback position?
But
bringing in guys that aren't qualified to teach these guys.
Mike, he benefited from run the damn ball, but he don't know how to teach people to coach people to run the damn ball. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Look, we're gonna ignore that last one because I'm not addressing.
Yes, we are, Maggie. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
we
won't.
Mm-hmm. No,
yeah,
no. I'm gonna say it. Fuck no to Justin Fields. How about that? Like I said, I can get the Justin Fields production in this draft without spending the draft capital and the money.
Thanks.
You know
You
what?
tell me
Real
I
I
can
deal.
make a
was
trade.
about to say something, but I'm not.
I can, I can trade for Malik Willis and have him do quarterback draws all year too. Okay, that ain't damn.
But yeah,
I'm,
like
I'm,
you said,
I'm, I'm, I'm
but the thing, like you said, the thing is now Arthur Smith is gone. Now what?
There you go.
And that's
Now
why I
what? We
said
need to find a
Now you-
coach that knows how to. I mean, for one thing, we got to address the quarterback and coaching situation.
Right.
That's one
That's
thing he
that's
said too. That's the
that's
main
a
thing that he said. Is
main
the
thing right
quarterback
there, because
play.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Offensive struggles, passing game issues, as well as quarterbacks. Come on. We really need to address that. So let's get real here. We got to have a coach that know how to at least say, hey, you over here, you handle this over here. I'll make sure I take care of this part of thing. You try to be Mr. Ego and run every goddamn thing. And they got ahead of themselves thinking they had it together. But no, sir, too many things on your plate. So it's time to, but the Rich McKay situation, though, is like, why is he sitting at the panel? This, what's going on with this situation? Why haven't they been looking at him?
Let me make this clear, okay? Rich McKay is not running the team. Okay? I've said this several times. Just because a guy's there don't mean he run everything.
I mean, I know he's
Hold
there and he's
on.
not.
No.
Let
We
me
gotta get
finish,
it.
goddamn it! You ain't gonna cut me
Hold
off.
on. No. Look, I left something out. He's an owner of the team.
Of
He
course,
owns part of this team.
of course. But my question is, I hear what you're saying, Mike, and I get that part. But it's like, okay, we've been dealing with this regime and this, that, and the other. It's starting to. If we want to win now, do we need to start looking at the higher ups as well? Is my question.
I mean, my
As
thing is,
well.
look, do the Pittsburgh Steelers have that problem?
Shoot, they got issues over there right about now.
You see what I'm saying? Do the Patriots have a problem?
Of course.
They have a problem. All right, I'm gonna go all the way down the line. All right, so the Philadelphia, do they have a problem right now?
Oh
We
yeah.
talking about the Atlanta
Do
Falcons
Dallas,
right now.
I'm just going down the line. I'm getting to something. Do the Dallas Cowboys got it? Because they ain't won nothing in almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
My
what
thing
does that
is,
mean, though, Mike?
I'm about to say it. A lot of times, just because we change personnel and we change ownership or we kick this guy out, doesn't necessarily mean you're actually going to win.
Of course.
Sometimes you need a lot of luck. Because if you look at Green Bay, they've had one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he didn't make mistakes. Aaron Rodgers didn't make mistakes. He turned the ball over less than 15 times every year. So I'm not saying that they are innocent in things. I'm just saying a lot of times we're pointing fingers at and trying to figure out who's at fault and this guy's at fault. A lot of times you're just not as
but
good as you think we
what
are.
I'm not
A lot
saying,
of
well,
times
what I'm
we're not
saying, Mike, is I'm not saying like he needs to, go or anything like that. But this press conference, they admitted to a lot of accountability of actions. It's like, you know what? I think we shouldn't did it this way. We shouldn't have done it that way. So it's like you guys got to have this conversation with each other now, and let's sit down. Fire the head coach. Let's make some logical, decisions and not jump so quick to make these decisions because you're under pressure. I feel like the last 3 years they were under pressure because they was looking at somebody potentially. Matt Ryan was like, you know what? I ain't liking this situation. And that was a domino effect for everybody.
Ryan decided again. This is what we talk. This is what we're talking. This is the truth of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
This is the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is sometimes you're not as good as you think you are.
Of course.
And that includes the higher up. Sometimes the decision that you think you're making and the player that you you draft aren't as good as you think they are, and it does not work out. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think there you can point at one particular thing or one particular person. I think everybody's at fault.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And that's what I'm saying. That's my argument. I'm just like, look, we can point at the quarterback. We can look at the head coach's situation. But overall, it's a whole franchise retooling that we need to be looking at for every decision they made in this draft, scouting, on down to the head coaching, to the everything. Everything just need to be relooked at because, like, we can't continue to give this product to the Falcons fans and expect them to keep spending their money on seats and PSLs and things like that. And, you know, you want to throw in some entertainment and think that's going to fill some seats and keep them happy, you know, some season ticket gear and all this kind of stuff, rise up tours. But you're making careless mistakes because you're just trying to please everybody. Or I felt like Arthur Smith was listening to the media a little too much.
All right. So that is true. So again, what do we do? Like this is why I'm saying, and this is why I'm saying this. We know all that. What's the answer?
We'll have to see. I mean, there's nothing we can do or say about it. We really got to see what they do. I think they made a lot of people upset tonight. So it's like, and I think they're listening though. I can say that. I think they opened up for a little longer. They asked, you know, let the reporters ask those questions. And honestly, the reporters sounded like us as fans. Like, so, you know, so basically everybody, we just got to be patient. You know,
What's the answer? I want you. We know how we get down, Maggie. What's the answer?
The answer is shit.
Be patient, like we always say, right? Be patient.
That's what I just said. Be patient.
That's what I was trying to get to. We gotta be patient.
Now here you go.
I said that though. He want me to say it again.
Yes. That's exactly. We gotta be patient. So I understand everybody's upset.
Oh yeah.
Look, y'all know how I am in these chats. Look, I was pissed off just like, but at the end of the day, we know all of these things did not work. We know this. So I'm not saying you're wrong. The thing at the end of the day, we have to talk these things out, figure out what's wrong, and be patient. This is not going to be an easy fix. And I think that's where he was trying to do, is trying to make it an easy fix. If we bring in this guy, because I'm saying that
that's what I mean. They was just jumping and it was easy fixes and things. So it's like, now y'all got to really slow that down and really let's be patient. Like Arthur Blank said, this is not a race right now. We're trying to make the best decisions at head coach. So y'all can throw all this out there, but look, they're really trying to make the best moves for next year.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. So I don't see, the thing is, and the reality of the NFL, you don't have time to sit and wait.
No, you don't.
You don't. So with that being stated, I think where they are now is because they still have money that they can, you know, go out, get some players and stuff like that and bring in the right coach. So what Maggie's saying is like, we have to be patient. It's still a matter of where do we start?
I know
where would you start?
Because we want a head coach, but you got to see that everybody also looking at those prospects. It's kind of like draft night. It's like, okay, we want this coach, but you got everybody else over here saying, hey, let's talk to them. So now you do kind of got to act on your feet just a little bit, because you're trying to get your guy. Like, hold on. Yeah, I'll be patient now, but we also can't sit there and just like, oh yeah, they'll be here by the, no, we got to still act on it. But is it a calculated move? Did we really think about this one at this time? That we really involve all these people, like they said before? So yeah, It's a double-edged sword at this point.
I can tell you, I can tell you where we're messing up and where the answer that starts it all. We don't know who we are. And until you figure out
Yeah.
what you're going to be, you can't
Mm-hmm.
make any moves because the one thing that nobody talked about in that press conference, and a lot of us skipped over the last couple games, is we have no identity. If you are the identity that you're going to be a gritty, hard-nosed football team that's all about running the ball and imposing your will, then you have an idea what kind of coach you want, what kind of quarterback you want, what kind of players are going to fit in these spaces. If you're going to be the finesse team that's going to have the absolute ability to air it out and outwit teams, then you know what to get. We don't know who we are. We went away from that, so we don't know who to get. It's like going to the grocery store not knowing what you're gonna cook for dinner. You just in there getting stuff and don't know why you got it. And that's the problem.
I think I think that's the
That's
issue.
the
And
point.
like I said, the thing is everybody got all these. Everybody's upset and everybody looking at one particular player, but like this is just the way of the NFL. No one team stays the same. There's always going to be moving parts. And
Oh
we
yeah,
all going to say,
definitely.
and there's going to be one person or two people, and whether it's the players or the front office, like here at AFN, it's three heads that's always been here: me, K Styles, and Maggie. Done. You know what I'm saying? Four. So at the end of the day, we can be upset, but and we can not like, and we can point the finger. Oh, Mike is the issue. Mag is the issue. K Styles the issue. None of that matters until we all come to an agreement that's like, look, let's
Oh yeah.
think and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna figure out where this team is. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So and the reason why I say like because our expectations of who we are is the big. We think we're that good, and it's just not true. We're not that good, and I think that's the reality of being a fan, and just I think drafting a Kyle Pitts, drafting a Bijan Robinson put us in a space where we thought we were better than them.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of guys that shouldn't have been there, in my opinion. You look at um, Rick London, that was a questionable pick. It was a questionable pick. And then you have Bijan Robinson, another questionable pick. And when you have all these talented guys at these skill positions, I think that's all we focus on, and we realize like we don't have a good pass rusher. We don't have a Johnny Abraham on this team. We don't have
Right.
John Sanders. We don't even have a great quarterback. I think that's one of our biggest issues as fans. We see all these great weapons and saying, "All right, why aren't we moving? We win the games because our quarterback and our coach they don't know what the hell they're doing."
Right. And with no direction, and without any direction, you can have all the best weapons in the world. That's why I make the military analogy. Anybody that's been in the army knows that when stuff get bad, army has a creed that everybody rallies behind. And this is the reason why teams looked at the Falcons in 2022 and said, well, how did they do so good with so little? Because they knew who they were. They knew who they were, period. If Arthur Blank and Rich McKay don't know what this Falcons organization is about, they can't lead it.
Mm-hmm.
If Mike, Maggie, and K Styles and Don don't know what AFN is, they can't lead nobody. They can't bring you no content because they don't know who they are.
Are useless because everybody's going different directions, and that's why I was like, all right, so what's the answer? Nobody knows what's the answer because we don't have a direction.
Mm-hmm. That's
We know
true.
what AFN is. We know what our principles are. If you don't have a principle, you don't have a foundation. Say this is what we're going to be. This is the type of player that we want. You like you just all over the place, and why I say it's like it's pointless to keep on you know, bringing in head coaches and pointing the finger at one particular guy. Like This is not a Rick K issue. This is an Arthur Blank issue. This is a team issue. Nobody knows who they are. Everybody got their hand in the bucket.
Yeah,
Yep.
because when you're lost and you have no direction, you're just gonna end up in an endless void.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, that's where the Falcons are at right now. We're at a void right now, and until, like I said, we reach to the North Star. Look at that point right there. Reach for it. Like I said, we just gonna be stuck wondering.
Do y'all realize right now we are what the media and the fans say we are, instead of us telling the fans and the media who we are. When you talk to a Falcon fan, a friend of yours, or another team, you should be able to say, "Oh, they about that running the ball. They about this. They about that." You should never have the fans and the media tell the Falcons organization, "You're this today and you're this tomorrow,"
Mhm.
because they don't know what they want. So there's no way in the world we can bring y'all the facts, the stats, and the truth. If one day y'all tell the truth today, but y'all lie tomorrow. Make up something on Thursday, but Saturday, apologize and say y'all gonna tell the truth again. That's not how you do stuff. Until the Falcons actually sit down and say, this is the kind of team we're gonna be, this is the kind of organization we're gonna be, we ain't gonna never get to no playoffs and no championship, because nobody knows what they are.
Because for what I'm thinking what the original idea of the regime that we just recently saw was they had to find a reason to get out of that cap situation because you have to remember we was damn near $80 million in the red.
Right.
Question for y'all. That's the question I had. Okay, brought that.
So when you're at $80 million in the red, see now you have to go from scratch and then now you have to make those deals like they did. That's
And
why
that's
you
why
had it.
Terry was brought here, to
Hmm.
kind of clean that up. His
Hmm.
definitely that was his that's what they wanted.
Hmm.
So now that we got year two, where we can kind of play around with a bit, that is a good question, Mike. And I think you were breaking up a little bit.
Right. And that was one of the biggest emphasis that they made in that press conference too when they was asking about certain aspects when it comes to Lamar Jackson and when it comes to a lot of these other things with Matt Ryan is the first goal was to get out of cap hell. Because think about it, even if quote unquote Lamar Jackson was available, what the hell could you pay him being $80 million in the red?
Not a
Thank,
thing.
thank you.
So
Didn't our owner say that earlier?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He said that about what's it called in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, how you gonna sign your draft class if you $80 million in the red? That means your team is going to be comprised of nothing but undrafted. Your team basically going to be comprised of the 2021 Falcons, where you literally played 40 guys off the street.
You saw how that went.
so
And they,
to be honest,
Mike, we can't hear you.
I'm about to say you got to break it up again.
Yeah, dirt cut over there playing with your internet.
Right.
OG,
But
you
yeah,
up in here? What you got to say, man?
First of all, let's bow our heads and pray.
bow heads and pray.
Mm-hmm.
Giving honor to God. Nah, man, I'm just listening on, man. I'm just listening on. I had time. I'm just listening. Yeah. Mike, all
Look,
right?
yeah.
Let me come out of here. Let me get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody
but
got issues today.
but but yeah, like you said, when you're going through that, you have to think about In 2021, the Atlanta Falcons really was not a good team, was not a highly attractive team. Like you said, you had the dead cap situation. You literally had all majority of the pillars of your franchise literally walk out on you. So you had to bring somebody in to try to get that all together. And like you said, you spent the first 2 years getting yourself out of cap hell. Now we saw the off season, we saw this past season. So that was a glimmer of hope for this team, for the fan base.
That part.
Hey,
And what's up?
We're not.
is
Mm,
I purchased
damn.
I purchased
Mike, you might want to come in and come out, man.
yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I was about to say you sound like you calling in from a CB radio from a 1972 bicycle. But
You're right, K Styles. Though you're right. But see the
thanks.
thing, the thing, but the one thing I want to stress to y'all is we're at the point where we don't have to tear down the foundation to get over the hump now.
The
And this is
foundation is set.
what Arthur Blank was saying in the press conference. If we don't have time for a tear down and rebuild, so we right now have to take what we got. Whoever we bring in here, gotta see what we got, see what they can utilize, and say, okay, I can add some pieces here and there, and then that can actually get us over the hump. But they have to establish what they want to do.
Because honestly, I can say, like what Mike mentioned earlier about utilizing the players.
Mm-hmm.
Really, if we can really utilize the players like we thought that we were going to use them, then honestly, I mean, of course, a few pieces here and there, but we really can kind of, look at some good prospects to kind of add in here. Like now we need to start beefing up a bit, you know, keeping it because the defense themselves, I think they just got tired after a while, you
Yeah.
know. So we just really just like you said, little small pieces here and there. Maybe go after a quarterback somewhere. But I think, like you said, a coach that's already got the pedigree to kind of just get a team together is what we need, and just using what we got with a few pieces.
Hey Maggie, because have y'all seen the opponents we facing in 2024? I need y'all, if y'all can, go on Twitter, go on YouTube, go on whatever social media outlet you can find, and look up the picture of who we play next year. Because I'm going to tell you something. If we don't find an identity and stick to it, next season gonna get real ugly. Trust and believe.
I mean, is it really that bad though, y'all?
In the scheme of what we have as a team, no. But if we don't have an identity, then how do we go about dismantling our
Listen to
opponent?
what you just said though. Listen to what you just said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
I know.
said you said not really.
In terms of
That's the
personnel,
question. So we've only got blown out of one game this year.
right,
Last game of the season.
right.
That's the last game of the season. So my thing is, I'm just gonna be real. I don't think he was the guy to begin with. Just listening to what Arthur said, I think they had an identity. They had an idea of who they really wanted. He wasn't out there, and Arthur didn't. They had a 3 year. They say they had a 3 year plan, and if he didn't show us anything, because you gotta understand, like he was a rookie coach, he didn't have the pedigree from the beginning.
Mhm.
And Arthur said he did him a favor by even coming here and helping us get that cap situation together. That came out of Arthur. I don't think they really believed in Arthur Smith like that. They was hoping that he could be something, and it didn't work, so they got out of it.
So it was a trickle down effect coming from the uppers to the coach to the quarterback.
Hmm.
It was essentially. It sounded like it was essentially a plan. Like the main plan was just to get out of Cap Hill and just whatever happens, just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So I think that, like I said, like at the end of the day, this is a cool business in the NFL. They do these types of things, or they use people for a time being because Kyle
Mhm.
Shanahan did it to us. So the Falcons are like, look, if we're gonna win championship, we got to be cutthroat.
That's true.
We
Hold
gotta get to this
on.
super chat, people.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Dre Harrison with the 20 spot said having hardball keep the mentality to set up the run to set the pass. Add Leftwich give us a former Pro Bowl quarterback as our OC establish play call abilities. Adding Russ gives us a veteran who can make every throw and run.
I went Leftwich.
Only thing is, would the quarterback choice be the popular one amongst everybody? Because you know, if you get Harbaugh in here, you know JJ McCarthy's going to be the quarterback here.
Like I said, Harbaugh gonna want his system his way.
He gonna want his guys.
So that means a third of your team is gonna be stripped.
I,
I wouldn't
you
say
know,
it's
me,
necessarily gonna be stripped. I just say my bad, but I ain't gonna say it's necessarily gonna be stripped. But like you said, just when it comes to key pieces, he's gonna want guys he's comfortable with, like you said.
Yeah.
Um, so if you get Hardball down here, he's gonna want JJ McCarthy here. So yeah, like you said, it's a whole. Like you said, the the fate of the franchise and what direction it's gonna go is solely gonna be depend on what quarterback, what not only just what quarterback, but what head coach they're gonna get.
Yeah. Because that coach's philosophy is gonna somewhat carry the team forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're gonna be leaning on now.
That's a good
I
question
think we
by
just
Jim.
focus. I think we just focus too much on our problems, and we're not looking around the NFL. Like this is an
Mm-hmm.
NFL issue, and that's why I'm saying, it's like, is it really that bad? We only had one real bad game this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even with the players, even without having a quarterback, a consistent quarterback play, is it really that bad where you just gotta start tearing everything down and firing everybody?
Nah, it ain't that bad.
Nah, it's never that bad.
It
And
ain't that
see,
bad.
that's why it's like, you know, it could be just as simple as they understand what the plan is, but the coach wasn't as good as we hoped he would be at developing players. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So I think we all, that's why I said, I think we all just upset that we're not in the playoff. We wanted to be in the playoff, we're not in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And he didn't do a good job at developing the quarterback.
It's essentially what it
I
come
don't
down
think
to.
I don't think Rich McKay is bad. I don't think Arthur is bad. I don't think Terry is bad. I just think we just, if you look at our defense, the defense improved.
it did.
Certain
Oh yeah.
aspects of the offense improved. The offensive line, like we gotten, but the passing game is the only thing that really was lacking this year. We didn't improve, so that's why I say it's really easy to focus on our issues and just say, "Oh, everything is just terrible." Like when you look around the league, teams like the Bears ain't never had a quarterback. They ain't never
Mm,
really been anything outside of a defensive team.
mm.
They best quarterback came. The best quarterback they had was almost
100 years ago,
80 years ago.
yeah, yeah, it was a long time
Mm,
ago. So I
mm,
think I think that's the thing. Is it really that bad? Because it's easy to envy a Kansas City. It's easy to envy,
Mm-hmm.
a Bills team and the Eagles team. These guys are always up there. It's easy to envy that type of stuff and say, all right, yeah. We need to blow everything up because that's not us.
Well, and you're speaking you're really speaking some facts, Mike, because now the games that of course, we was testing around a little bit quarterback situation, but when everybody was on the same accord, at least for a quarter or so, that's where we was like, okay, I see what the Falcons are doing right about now. I can see this working. I can see it. But it's like we still was getting away from what works, the egos, and then of course it started falling apart. So I
Dang, you
feel like
said
we
something.
have some bit of identity. We just have to figure out how to run that for 4 quarters.
Maggie, you said something. Because him saying that we do have an identity, I think we have the identity and we know what we want to. That's why he pulled the trigger on this because he said something in that press conference. I don't know if y'all caught it, but he said he let some coaches go. You got one in Green Bay and you got one in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDaniel, he said that he let some coaches go by not interviewing them guys. I think the Falcons knew that Arthur Smith and Terry, not Terry, but
Rich McKay.
Terrence Mathis actually said this during our meeting with him and on his show. And he said Arthur has no damn clue what he's doing in that passing game.
Yeah, he did say that time and time again.
So let me ask you this question then. Is it feasible, regardless on the experience, to bring in a guy that is going to be to solely help that passing game, or are you going in the direction of, like I said, it may not even be Bill Belichick. It could be some defensive coach that could bring in an offensive coordinator that he's comfortable with. Like you said, these are other options here.
Yeah, because the question is, will Belichick? We're throwing around these coaches. Do they want to come to our team as well?
Mhm.
Do they feel like what we got right now is where they're headed? So you're going to have to find a coach that's going to be comfortable with it. Of course, he's going to want to bring in his own guys, but you also got to think about that. We're thinking popular head coaches and everything else, but we really got to ask the question. Because like Jay said, was it Arthur Smith's identity?
Mhm.
So you got to think about that as well.
Because as Falcon fans, we know the later years of the of the Smithers regime, that was the issue too.
Yeah, it was.
Because if we remember, this is like this Matt Ryan era. This is the same thing that we went through. You had an identity that worked before, but then
Mm-hmm.
now ideas got cross-wired, and now you became something that your team wasn't built for, and that's where the missing of the playoffs and the inconsistencies came in.
Yeah, because you was trying to reinvent the wheel when the wheel wasn't really broke.
Yep.
And I,
Hmm.
and I can agree, Dre, with that comment right there. He said the Falcons head coach vacancy is one of the most attractive openings. And I can say that. I feel like we do have something here that will impress some people. So I'm not saying that we're not going to have a coach that don't want to, but it's just going to have to make sense at the end of the day.
The thing is,
It's
we're gonna have to get a coach and a quarterback that fits what the Falcons are trying to do, and that fits what the head coach and quarterback can offer. It's gonna have to be something mutual.
See, the thing is with coaches, it's not a matter of if the Falcons have enough. Coaches desire power.
Hmm.
They desire power if they're going to be able to do what they want to do with an offense. If they're going to have say so over the roster, that type of thing. That's why Kyle Shanahan came here. He desired power because he needed to have. He got fired in Cleveland because Well, he didn't get fired. He actually just left because they took power away from him. He was like, "No, I want teams," and that's why he went to San Francisco because San Francisco gave him authority over picking and choosing his players. That's why he went. So it's not a matter of fact. It's not a matter of if the Atlanta Falcons are desirable. Coaches desire power, and anytime you give anyone power, that's always attractive.
Hmm. But
So
as we see, unchecked power is a detriment to a lot of stuff.
And I think that's what happened with Thomas Dimitrov, and that was Maggie alluding to as far as the coaching in the front office. Do they want to come here? They don't want to come here because certain guys don't want to give up that power.
mhm.
And
And
that's what I
that's
mean. That's what I mean. It's the cooperation with all the. It's more than one just piece. It's more than
mhm.
the GM. It's more than that main head coach. You got all the other coaches. Everybody got to
Mhm.
want to work with each other. So that means, like you said, we don't know this is the final firing of some coaches. You know what I'm saying? It's still some things we got to look at as well because that offensive struggles was just really needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to be a little bit more tweaking going on. So it's not going to come down to just one head coach. It's going to come down to who else is on the on the sideline helping.
But the one thing I will say too is they already have an idea who they want because
Of
you
course.
don't you don't make that firing that quick unless you already got a bullet in the chamber.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
They
and,
have
and the
been
thing
about this for months.
and the thing is we're looking at all these big name guys, these hot commodities. A lot of times they looking at people. No, like I said, do not be surprised. It may be a head coach that none of us may expect.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm feeling like. I honestly feel like it's going to be one of those. Wait a minute, where did this come from?
Because
Like what you McCall was saying, like he said Byron Leftwich may be the OC if you bring him in here. You may never know. Byron Leftwich may be the head coach down here. We don't know.
they're looking for production, they're not looking for popularity. So
Hmm.
whatever, what they not looking for somebody that make the media feel good nor the fan base. They want somebody that's gonna come in here that's gonna see a vision and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick to this. Let's go to work.
Boy, if y'all don't shut up about no Raheem Morris, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Raheem Morris couldn't get it right when he was down here helping out. No, no,
we
thank you.
we already had him. We already had Raheem Morris.
They already
Why,
tried him
why
as an
would
intern and they fired him after that.
Right.
Yeah, we already had him as an intern. He was an intern head coach.
You saw how that went.
Right.
I think we fired him like 2 games left in the season.
Yeah,
They
we
and Quinn.
did. Yeah, yeah, we did. Yeah, it was bad.
It's gonna be
Like
a
I
new
said,
face.
I think we're all overreacting. The team isn't as bad as we think of. This is not the Bobby Petrino era where we just left with nothing and we didn't have anything after Mike Vick went to prison. Like it's not that bad. All right, we got an A pick. We got Bijan Robinson. We got Kyle Pitts, Drake London. We got guys on the defense side of the ball. You can add a little something to it. You still got Grady Jerry. You got Anya Mata. We got Troy Anderson. We got Jesse Bates. Like we got pieces to build around. It's not as bad as we're making it seem. And it's always the worst case scenario when you fire a guy. It feels like you starting all over.
Hmm.
It's always the worst case scenario. But I think this issue, and I think everybody's issue is really just frustration.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I think
Right.
everybody's issue is like, look, because it like I said, we've done some good things, but we're only focused on the bad things because it didn't work the way that we expect.
Well, you're right, Mike, because we could be the daggone Panthers that's 2-15 and won't be able to climb out of that hole for years.
Let's
Man,
get to this super chat
Oh, so
before we get
yeah,
to
yeah,
what's
yeah,
his.
yeah,
Let's do that. Then you can
yeah.
address JP's thing.
Okay,
Uh,
go ahead, got it right there.
all right,
So,
Terry Lord, thank you for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you. When the Falcons have been at their best in their history, has always been running the ball from Andrews, Anderson, Turner, Robinson, run the damn ball. Oh yeah, we've been preaching that for years.
that's football. That's
that's
football.
football.
Yep.
Because even
Really?
when you look at, Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes and his Super Bowl victories, they ran the ball more effectively than passed the ball in them Super Bowls. So the run game is
Even
just
the
as
Eagles.
important. Even
The
the
Eagles
Eagles.
won because they ran the ball.
hmm So JP here said, "How were we a running team with Julio and Matt?" You do realize that the 6 playoff appearances with Matt Ryan, we were top 5 in rushing each of those years.
That
It was
part.
the years where we didn't have a running game. Is the years that we didn't make the playoffs.
We was
It's
literally a top. We was literally a top three, top five running game in 2016 when Matt Ryan won the MVP, and then the following year we were still a top rushing team with Steve Sarkisian.
And even before that, with Michael Turner, we were still a top rushing team in this league too. Like you said, the Atlanta Falcons history is just like what Terry said in the $5 super chat. Is when we had balance. You could pass and you can run the football. See, the
Right.
problem was, and I'm gonna continue to say this: the death of the Atlanta Falcons of that era, the Matt Ryan era, was when they drafted Calvin Ridley because you had shifted the philosophy of what this team
Was
was.
built.
You literally destroyed he literally destroyed this team drafting Calvin Ridley.
because
Who
it
is he?
became one dimensional.
Who is he?
Smithers,
Smithers.
Thomas Dimitrov, Thomas Dimitrov.
Yeah, we became one dimensional. And
hmm
all teams did was just watch our patterns for a couple games, and then that was it.
hmm So
Like I
that's
said,
all it comes down to.
I I just think every like it, see, it's personal for me when I come down. It's when problems arise. Guess who get blamed for everything? You see what I'm saying?
That
It's
crazy
this.
man right
It ain't Maggie. It ain't K Styles. Ain't nobody. I get blamed for it. It's always my fault. It's my fault. Oh, believe it. Oh hell yeah! It's my fault.
there.
But
Yeah.
a lot of the
Yeah.
things, a lot a lot of the things, I take a lot of the hits when the hits ain't even really my fault. I take responsibility for it. Why? Because I'm the head guy. Maggie takes a lot of the hits when certain situations don't go, right as
Mhm.
far as the group is concerned.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're the heads. It's going to be on our shoulders. So when I look at people say it's, Terry Fontenot, it's these guys. Well, sometimes these head guys just allow the general manager to do their job, the head coach to do their job. And then when it doesn't work,
hmm
everybody's like, well, why
Fire
didn't
the whole
you
team.
take over? Why didn't you take over? Well, he allowed him to do his job. This shit just didn't work. You see what
hmm
I'm saying? So I like I said, it's this situation is a little hits a lot close to us because these are the things that we deal with. When you're a leader and you're on top of a certain aspect of things, you understand that it don't matter if the person or the employee did it wrong. They're going to make your business look bad. And whoever's the head of that business, you're going to be responsible for him or her doing something stupid. The
Right.
blame is
You
on
know how many
you.
times I get message all the time. Did you see what this person what did I'm like, I'm not even watching the show right now. I'm not looking at Twitter right now. Why are you in my inbox at 3 a.m. complaining about something? So, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
putting out fires, people over here.
And,
So
and, and,
maybe.
and, and don't talk, and we ain't talking about the goddamn fires that's caused by motherfuckers, and then they calling folks and call you to calm the shit down where you ain't got nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Ain't got nothing to do with it. And like I said, this is why I'm on the defensive when it comes down to those guys, because I've been in those situations where you allow people to be themselves and do their job, and then because you allow them to do that job, you get blamed for it. You get blamed for it. You take sole responsibility for it because you trusted that person to do their job, and then they don't do the job the proper way. You gotta get rid of them and you gotta clean it up. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're the leader. It's like your child. Like your child do something dumb, he go in there and rob a bank. Guess who? They gonna look at what the mom at? Why the mom ain't do it? What did that at? You let your
Speaking
child
of,
go out
Mike,
here and do all this kind of stuff?
check the chat.
Oh,
It might be a situation where we need to handle. So speaking
oh
of,
God,
some 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 need to be cleaned up somewhere. As I'm seeing.
oh
Oh
God. Oh,
Lord.
oh, I gotta mute the mic, y'all. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna let Mike see what's going on with that real quick. Um, but it's saying just everybody just Dirty Bird for Life said our team is not that far away from 10 and 11 wins. They did some good things in the 3-year plan, and I can agree with that. All I simply said, I've been saying, I'm not all worried about the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. All I really care and focus on is the improvement that I'm seeing from these teams because we're trying to, yes, we want to win now, but we're also looking at the longevity of this team. Championship teams don't just develop overnight. A lot of these people that got into the Super Bowl that ain't been there, they built that pedigree from the ground up. And now they're unstoppable. They're tough. But you got to get tough first. You got to get there. So some pieces we may try out, some pieces we may not. So, I agree with that. So it's like we just have to get the right head coach and quarterback, and which is not always easy. So I agree with you with that right there. So now we got a little money to play around. Okay, let's beef it up a little bit more. Next year, beef it up a little bit more. We do need to have a consistent quarterback. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we address it now, guys. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because you have to have a consistency. Your mindset has to be a one. Your philosophy has to be as one, and it has to be something that you're building towards for years. Like you said, this was year 3 of what their plan was, but do we know that if year 3 was the year that they were supposed to go to the playoffs or go to the Super Bowl, or was it just year 3 of just finally building the foundation? This the last year of building the foundation before they really go with what they want to do. Now, somebody asked a question earlier about why would you hire somebody you don't want? It's not necessarily like you said. Sometimes when you have dire situations, you ain't got no choice. You have to bridge it one way or another.
Yep.
And it's not maybe they didn't want them, but it was like, you know what? We'll take a chance with this one.
Right. Right. So it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary like you said, Maggie. Is they may not have wanted him, but at that point juncture, they needed somebody and took a chance on that.
Yeah, I think the expectations was um, we got this foundation pretty much. We out of Cap Hill. We got this foundation pretty much figured out. Now let's see if we can push it and get to the playoffs. I think they were. I think they had expectations to hopefully get into the playoffs. That was the ceiling. But Then as they started seeing the team play, it's like, okay, our expectations is we should be able to get into the playoffs with the kind of team we got.
Right.
And they got away from that.
Right. So it just come down to they didn't meet the expectations they thought they had.
Right.
And unfortunately, somebody's going to have to take the brunt of it.
Right. And then if you look at it, remember what Terry and them said, this was the 3-year plan. So usually when you tell a billionaire CEO that you got a 3-year plan, usually he's looking for a return on investment by year 3.
Mm-hmm. Like Walker here said, the base and foundation that the Rams Super Bowl team was set. Just needed a quarterback and one more weapon. Spent a lot of money and capital too, and that's a lot of teams. And that's a lot of teams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to realize the Kansas City Chiefs was not a team that was just built with Patrick Mahomes. That team was built back in 2013. They won less than 13 games once since 2013.
But remember.
Yeah, because when you build something like that, after a while, it's hard to break that foundation down.
There you go, Maggie. That's it. Because once you establish that this is the foundation and this is what we're going with, once you start to get those wins, because I keep telling people, football teams become dangerous when everybody on the team begins to get into what I call the second nature stage. That means every technique and skill set that they have is second nature. So that means whatever they've been playing with the men on the line, everybody knows everybody's assignment. That's why it's hard to beat a veteran team that has been to a championship, because they know each other's assignment. Everything that they use is second nature. They're not trying to figure it out. That's why you want your defense and your offense to grow together, because once they get it, it's plug and play.
Like you said, Mike Tomlin has coached the Pittsburgh Steelers for damn near 17 years.
Most 2 decades.
Yeah. Now the Steelers are loyal to their head coaching positions. You can put on your hand how many head coaches turns they made.
Mike Tomlin's the 3rd head coach in the franchise's history.
Yes.
And what are the Steelers known for?
Defense.
That part. See, that's one thing Mike Tomlin didn't have to worry about. He said, I'm coming into an organization that already knows who they are. Everybody knows what to expect from the Steelers.
And it wasn't Mike Tomlin. That's a Tony Dungy guy too. Wasn't he a Tony Dungy guy?
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he came, like you said, he came into a situation where it was defense, and he ain't never suffered a losing season in 17 seasons.
Right. And see, the Falcons can do the same thing because, like you said, our identity technically was running the ball with play action. They've been doing that for years. It's just that because the wins didn't equate to championships, a lot of that went unnoticed.
I'm gonna say this to this question right here. Would you rather it be a offensive head coach again or defensive head coach? Me personally, I'm gonna say this. The way we're beefing up this defensive side of things, like Falcons have never really just been, oh man, that's a defensive team over there. So me personally, I'm running more towards let's get strength in that. But of course, you can't really say it because we did have a head coach and defensive coach before, and look how that did us. So you really can't say.
I don't think it matters. You just need to develop players. You develop players. It don't matter if you offense or defense.
Absolutely.
It could be a special teams coach for all I care.
Right. As long as your coaching staff knows how to get the best out of all your players.
And you said that your coaching staff, it takes the entire coaching staff to make that work.
Right.
See, I keep relating it to AFM because we have a crew of guys that help develop guys. Even like Noah, like he's in he helped run the Discord with J Rock, and like Noah really helps keep those guys. Like, look, if you want to become, one of the AFN associates and part of the crew, like y'all see him on Saturdays trade. Like Noah has
Mhm.
really took him under his wing and kind of helped him along the way. Everybody's like this on AFN. K Styles, you see guys like Fresh. You've seen a lot of people. We have a lot of people that help bring along, the Sam, the OG, LT. Like this is how we do it. We help develop a lot of people. Y'all see them. Y'all see them. So, like I said, at the end of the day, if you have a crew of people that help develop talent, it don't matter if it's offensive, defensively, or because Noah has a completely different style than I do.
Mhm.
He has a completely different style than I do. So K Styles. It's like but it don't matter because us together come together. Our style, we come for that common goal and to make sure we get the best out of whatever talent that we have. And that's the same thing with
Family
football.
reunion.
There
Yeah.
you go. I know you had to come with a freaking song.
And that
A
like
family
that.
reunion.
Yeah.
So nice.
But then, like you said as well, and like Mike said, even some of your favorite content creators in this Falcon space, even though they won't admit it,
They will not admit it.
has been inspired over here by Mike over here.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
can see it all
yeah.
over.
Look, we
Oh
got to say,
yeah.
Maggie too, because Maggie was
Maggie.
an intricate part, a strong part of bringing these people in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yes, she
Yeah, like
was.
you said, it was a chain of command there. So
Mhm.
it wasn't just, hey man, I just want to be on. No, 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 no.
Mhm.
You
Nah.
got to go through a couple of people first before you decide to
Right.
put your little head in there and say you're part of AFN. It don't work that way,
Mm-hmm.
buddy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We got ahead. We like I said, everybody has a voice over here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a voice. Everybody has their input on how to make this team better.
Mm-hmm.
Man or woman, everybody has it. It don't matter if
Speaking
Everybody.
of
you
women's, speaking of
uh-huh.
women's,
I knew. See, this is what I'm talking about, baby. You right here with me. You right here with
that's
me,
what
man.
I'm talking about. Like,
Mhm.
we just a
Go
power
ahead.
team over here.
Go
Just
ahead,
gonna
girl.
let
Go
y'all
ahead.
know. Just gonna let you know. I've already talked to a few ladies. We lightweight champs right about now. We ain't the heavy hitters quite yet. We ain't got there. But I have a panel of women that will be coming out soon, including myself, where we want to get in here and talk some football. That's right, Miss Kai. That's right. So I'm just announcing it. Look out for it. We don't know exactly what date we got set though, but ladies, if you're interested, hit me up. I'm not going to name all the names yet, but as you can see, one of my co-hosts for Champagne Confessions is a part of it. So
Mm.
these ladies are some real knowledgeable women, and we gotta start focusing on the women also. We're not out there just cheerleaders and all this. We know a little bit about the game ourselves, and it's going to encourage more women to, how y'all men want women to come and watch football with you and everything else. So this is an education piece for them too to kind of understand it, get to know it, and enjoy it like we do. So keep that idea out there, people. Still hit me up if you're interested, because we can have more than one shows. But yes, the Ladybirds of AFN, I like that. I like that. So let us know what y'all think about that. But I'm getting ready to get off of here in a minute. Just wanted to announce that for a moment. And Champagne Confessions will be back next week, baby. Tuesday. Look out for that too.
She had to put that
Mm.
little calculator at the end. Just all so dramatic.
Ain't worth a damn.
I'm just tooting my own horn here.
We know.
So
He
what's
said,
up?
"Who is
So what?
that, man?"
So So what time y'all got? So what time y'all got for Tuesday?
We're looking at the 8:30 hour for that, and this one is going to be. Whew, we're season 2. We're a little bit more raw and uncut. I'm just going to let y'all know it's going down on
Oh
Champagne
boy.
Confessions. So
Oh boy.
mark your calendars, go on over to the channel and subscribe right now. Champagne Confessions.
Come
You'll
on
have
in
2
the
women on the
room.
picture holding wine glasses. You'll know it's our channel.
Come on in the room.
Oh Lord, Lordy
I,
Jesus! Everybody, get ready for this because it's gonna be a war zone this season. I tell you that much now. So anybody got we about to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, might as well.
Uh-oh. Kai said y'all gonna hear the truth. Said y'all were nice season 1.
Oh yeah, Miss Kai, we just had a whole little powwow about the Falcons like maybe an hour ago. So oh yeah, it's on. And then of course the champagne, yeah. We ain't holding back no more.
Listen, man, we getting ready to knock y'all over the
I
head
don't
with a
like the way
whole
that
bunch of
sounds. I don't like the way that sounds.
we we getting ready to knock y'all over the head with some good stuff this off season, and also we will be showing you guys our new merchandise. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And also, Miss Maggie, you want to let them know that when they can start getting prepared for the see the advertisements for the red and black event this
Oh
year.
yes. So everybody, now I did a little video earlier about the firing of Arthur Smith, but I did put in the end there. We'll go ahead and start putting out our donation links. We got a GoFundMe. We have a Cash App, Atlanta Falcons Nation. Look, we're gonna set it for the summertime. Everybody was talking about right after they seen all the fun activity that happened at this last Red and Black event. And guess what? Knight Rider said he ran into Pastor Troy and he said, man, he remembered everything about that night. He said, y'all was too hype. And a lot of people didn't show up, bought their tickets and just didn't show up. We appreciate the donation, but you need to be in the building. But let's go ahead and help us fund that, of course, so y'all can have food and drinks and everything. Because look, everybody paid something and was able to eat and drink unlimitedly. So you can't say who we're going to have as special guests. I'm actually in the works of getting that. But look, the Dirty Bird family, all of us at Atlanta Falcons Nation, we just need to be in the building. I don't care. If you was there last time, y'all better put it in the chat. But the GoFundMe and Atlanta Falcons Nation Cash App, go ahead and start donating to that so we can go ahead and build a bigger event this season. It's going to be annual. So just remember that.
And that note will tell you if you missed it last time. I'm gonna tell you why they bought the tickets and didn't show up. They didn't think the damn thing was gonna be hitting on nothing
Pretty
until
much.
they saw the videos and like, oh shit. Like,
Oh yeah,
but
Lyric's mom is definitely one of those possibles. I am been talking about her. Of course, with contract situations, everything else, we gotta talk about that.
oh
Oh
Lord have
But
mercy.
it's a
Christ.
possibility.
Oh,
We don't got some Kai, some Lyrics mom, some Pamela. So we got
Auntie
we
Pam.
got some interesting ladies that's gonna be a part of this panel. So
Y'all
I'm
not.
just
I'm not
saying.
taking the blame for this. Whatever goes down is y'all's fault. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you got Kai gonna be taking hammers to people's knees. You got
Yeah,
Larry's mom.
he
So
always trying to threaten, beat me up.
You
yo,
going
you got Larry.
you
You
gonna
got
have
Larry.
Lyrics mom gonna be slapping people with draws. It's just
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, she'll be throwing draws. We got the auntie in the building who gonna keep us together. So
She gonna try to keep y'all together, which is
Right.
crazy.
Oh,
Like I said, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Y'all, nope. I can
let me get
control
that
this.
let me get that GoFundMe though. Let me try to get that real quick, people.
Oh
Put
my
it in the
goodness.
chat. Let's look at the descriptions and this posting after that. I'll put it on there because I gotta go find it. But look out. But you can donate to the Cash App. Definitely do that. And of course, what we did with that money was we did give that back to the educators because they're needing supplies and they're asking the parents to do it, and parents ain't got it. They working 2 or 3 jobs just to put food on the table. So the proceeds did go to the General's Lounge where we advertise, and they actually had a teaching drive where they created baskets and things and just gave away things for those teachers. So it's going to good use people. So trust and believe. And then of course, y'all gonna have a good time. Oh Lord, Kai talking about she out of control. See, you know what?
See, Jesus help us all.
I'm gonna get. You know what? I'm gonna sneak Kai in here one day on one of y'all
Oh,
episodes. We've been talking about that just to kind of.
I'm kicking her out because she always
Nah.
try to kick me out of. She always trying to kick me out of the out of y'all show, so I'm gonna kick her out this time. Telling me I gotta behave.
See, she telling everybody to behave and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate that, but I'm scared of her.
Oh,
she
she sounded like
tell
a Crosby show like this because I'm
she
from
tell
Campbellville,
everybody
New York.
she tell everybody to behave until
Until she'll stomp on your baby toe, and that's a wrap for your ass.
Those are good ideas, Mr. Pewter and Red. We definitely are innovating to be a little bit more diverse with our content soon. And Engine, I appreciate you coming out to the Red and Black event for real. It was amazing. It really was. So I can't wait again. But yeah, I think it's just I mean, we got that, Jay. We're trying to get that, but that can
Wow.
get very
We not
sensitive.
gonna beat nobody up, okay?
Look,
All them false
God
every
damn.
time. We don't look. We only pray. We
What?
want to pray for you than pray. We rather pray for you than pray on you, okay? And we will kick some
Boy,
ass. Believe that. We
boy,
will
your
kick
boy
some ass.
Michael. Hey,
But
hey,
this is a
hey, hey.
family affair.
Yo,
What you
hey,
mean?
look, your boy Michael Pittman just threw a horrible interception, boy.
Oh, let me go and get to this
Gee,
football game.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
He
Uh-oh.
just threw
oh
a
wow,
god awful.
wow. But didn't I tell
Wait,
you that? Didn't I tell you
uh
all that though? Didn't I have a
NFL.
whole rundown of this? Didn't I say he has the tendency to throw that when he's on the? No, never mind.
NFL,
Man,
pay
Mike don't know
attention.
quarterbacks though.
Pay,
Man,
pay
Mike don't know
attention.
nothing about quarterbacks. Do he?
Pay attention, NFL. This is
Boy,
coming to you soon.
he just threw a
Ooh,
god
no.
awful, bruh. Jeez.
Yeah,
But
we that head over to the Rex Pit. We don't do debates. That's what the Rex Pit is for. All right, we got shows for everybody, and that's the Rex Pit.
Oh Lord, Southside, please.
Oh my
shut up,
God.
shut up.
Oh my
Okay.
Hey,
God.
hey, hey,
Supposed
No,
to
hey,
do. They're
no,
supposed
hey.
to
don't do it.
misfire. They're supposed to go this way and that way and up and down.
No,
That's what it's
Mike, leave
supposed
it
to
He
happen.
alone.
said, he
Leave
said,
it alone. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
My
he
mind
said,
was
I'm telling
somewhere
you the
else.
truth. That's what businesses
Don't,
do. They're supposed to misfire.
don't you do it.
All right, yeah, we got to shut it down now.
and I think he rolled his ankle. I think he rolled his ankle on that thing too. I think a law
Oh
officer
Oh
no.
might have stepped on
snap.
his ankle.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Devin. Look, we really are making that work for real. For real, we'll announce it when it happens.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
think
that's
it's gonna
bad.
be.
Ooh,
It's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
be. I think it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Mhm.
ESPN and all them are got their little ladies on there. It's time for the content creators to have a panel of women to talk about some things
That's
as
a good
well.
name, Megan.
Been,
That's a
been
good name.
telling y'all,
What's
been
that?
telling you,
Lady Birds of AFN. Go on
I
ahead,
like it.
stamp it. Stamp it.
Who
man, been
said that?
telling.
Who gets credit
Been,
for that? It was
oh, that was Leo. I think that was Leo
that
that
was
got credit for
Hey,
that.
tell
either no.
Leo.
Also, Dre Harrison said it too,
Yeah,
but maybe
All
Leo,
right.
no,
whoever.
I think it was both of them. It was both of them.
Yeah,
I
and I
say
think
give
All
both of
they
right.
them credit.
okay. Lady Birds podcast. I like it. We like it.
But
All
yo,
right then.
told your ass to do this a couple years ago, man. Ain't this some shit? You gonna wait till now to do it?
Cause I gotta feel like doing stuff like that. We some mamas at the end of the day now. Yeah, I can get up, brush your teeth, throw a
Don't,
hat on your
don't,
head,
don't, don't,
and
don't,
talk
don't do
football
that.
all
Don't
day
do us like
long
that.
and stuff. Now we got to wipe boo boos and running noses, and then we got to get in.
Oh my God.
Man, go ahead and the goddamn show, y'all.
Good night.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I
Good
said,
night
man,
to all.
Bart.
Boy.
We got the 6-man convo coming tomorrow. I don't know what the hell we're gonna be talking about, but stay tuned on that, as well as followed up by Ty and the Loch Ness podcast with the
Let's talk
realest
about it.
old. Let's talk about it. But prelude to both of those, we're gonna have the realest OG. So y'all stay tuned tomorrow because you about to see some fire. Wait, so fire.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom. Fire.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, y'all. We ain't here to play.
Please.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah. Dig it.
You ain't gotta go home.
Here to him, mom. Here to him. You know that
But
part?
you got to get the hell out of here.
See, you always gotta be so extra. I just say you gotta put a little extra flair on everything.
Thank you. You know, I'm the champ here, Mike.
You know she did that. She did that for you, Mike. So you better stop playing.
I'm sick of your I told you so. So I had to get in the head, show my musical talent as well.
Oh my God. I hate every last one of y'all.
Come on over to my
See, this is this. See, this is Peaches and Herb over here. Dude, y'all got to see Peaches and Herb tonight.
Wow, not Peaches and Herb. Wow.
Come here singing Fire and
Desire.
Let me see some options.
Fire and desire.
We're hoping to end about 10 minutes ago. Good
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
everybody.
Deuces.